What's going on, everybody? We got some breaking news here on Giants Now. I'm your host, Marshall Green. This is why you subscribe to the channel. Even when we're not at the studio, we're still going to get you guys a video as soon as possible. When news or rumors come out, we're going to get you a video. So subscribe and turn your notifications on. The reason for today's video is a big one. Reports are coming out from Adam Schefter that the New York Giants and Russell Wilson, they had a meeting at the team facility yesterday. This is what Adam Schefter said. Before traveling to Pittsburgh today, Russell Wilson stopped in New Jersey for what one source described as an exploratory meeting with the Giants. Wilson is in Pittsburgh today to meet with the Steelers. He also said that he is expected to meet with the Las Vegas Raiders. So there's a couple of teams that are at least doing a little bit of legwork here as Russell Wilson is a free agent. I know your first thought is, Marshall, I do not want to sign Russell Wilson to a lot of money. And you may not have to because of his contract with the Denver Broncos. As of right now, the Denver Broncos are on the hook and have already paid Russell Wilson nearly $40 million for the 2024 season. There's also been reports coming out for the past couple of months that Wilson could look to sign a veteran minimum deal with a new team to help them and try to get them to build some other nice players up around him on the roster. It would also trigger something in his contract where the Denver Broncos would have to pay all of that $39 million. I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. Only if it is, though, for the veteran minimum. If you can sign Russ to $1.2 million, which is what the veteran minimum is expected to be, I think it would be a good idea. I think it just is a good idea for the New York Giants. One, you get a veteran quarterback who his best days are behind him. I think we can all agree with that. But it's a low-cost, high-reward, low-risk move. At the minimum, he comes in, he competes with Daniel Jones, and somehow Daniel Jones beats him out in camp, and Russell Wilson is then your QB2, or he may then ask for a release. I think that could be something that happened. Best case scenario, he signed to the veteran minimum deal, he beats out Daniel Jones, and he's a good quarterback, and you got a good quarterback for a year. And maybe you still draft a rookie quarterback, and you let Russ go after this season. He goes and gets a big contract somewhere else, and then you pass the baton to the rookie quarterback. I really don't see any negative for the New York Giants outside of the fact that Russ might just be the most corny person in the NFL. A little bit cringe, never been a big fan of his, but I understand what he does as a football player, and I respect what he's done in this league. Some of the things, he's a Super Bowl champion, two-time NFC champion, 9-7 in the playoffs, 10th all-time in game-winning drives. He's tied for 9th in fourth-quarter comebacks. He has a career touchdown percentage of 5.9, a career interception percentage of 1.9, and a career QB rating of 100. I think Russell Wilson is going to be in the Hall of Fame one day. Is he still that quarterback? No. But is there still some juice left in the tank? Absolutely. We're going to show you some stats for next year. We'll compare those to other top quarterbacks in the NFL. But first, I just want to ask this question. Who is the better quarterback right now? Is it Daniel Jones or is it Russell Wilson? Sound off for me. Type DJ if you think Daniel Jones is the better quarterback. Type RW if you do think it is Russell Wilson. Let's compare some stats here. I'm going to be looking down on my phone. No graphics today. I want to compare the 2023 season for Russell Wilson to Kirk Cousins. So let's do it. When it comes to on-target throw percentage, Kirk Cousins had a 75.9. Russell Wilson had a 77.1. When you talk about TD percentage, how often you throw a touchdown per pass, for Russell Wilson, it was 5.82. For Kirk Cousins, it was 5.79. When you talk about big-time throw percentage, a PFF metric, Kirk Cousins, 3.0. Russell Wilson, 5.6. When you talk about interception percentage, Kirk Cousins beats him out by just a hair, 1.6 compared to 1.8, but he's right on par. And the quarterback rating is right in the same neighborhood as well at 103.8 for Cousins and 98 for Russell Wilson. I also want to compare Russell Wilson to Kenny Pickett. On-target throw percentage, 77% for Russell Wilson, 73% for Kenny Pickett. Yards per attempt last year for Russell Wilson, 6.9. TD percentage, 5.8. His QB rating, 98. But his points above replacement, I think that's a very important metric. It pretty much tells you how valuable this player is. Points above replacement for Russell Wilson in 2023, 25.4. Kenny Pickett, 6.0. Russell Wilson still has some juice left in the tank. Is he a top 5 starter? No. Is he a top 10 starter? No. Can he be a top 16 starter? Can he be a top half of the league starting quarterback in this league? I do believe that. I don't love everything that we've heard over the years coming out from Seattle, excuse me, in the Legion of Boom. We've heard how Marshawn Lynch has talked about him. We heard how Richard Sherman has talked about him. Hopefully those days are behind him. But Russell Wilson, he met with the New York Giants. They are calling it an exploratory meeting, which I think tells me one thing. The Giants don't believe in Daniel Jones. No matter how much Joe Schoen goes to the podium, stands up at a press conference in front of a microphone, tells me and you that he believes in Daniel Jones, that Daniel Jones is going to be the starter for this football team if he's healthy. You don't meet with Russell Wilson a week before free agency starts if you believe in your quarterback, which I would say is a good thing. The only way the Daniel Jones contract is already a mistake. But at this point, the only way it could be a bigger mistake is if you double and triple down on it. You've realized you made a mistake, Joe Schoen. Accept it and now create a contingency plan and a plan to move on and minimize the effects of that mistake. Whether that be going out and signing Russell Wilson, another veteran quarterback, or maybe drafting a quarterback in the first round, or doing both. I'm just happy to see that my general manager has understood that Daniel Jones is not a franchise quarterback due to his injuries, 2 serious neck injuries, an ACL, and the lackluster play throughout his career. Did Daniel Jones get a fair shot? No, but life's not fair. And I'm just glad to see that the New York Giants are understanding that they got to add a new quarterback. So I like that. We'll talk about Saquon Barkley and Xavier McKinney right around the corner. But first, I got to give a huge shout out to today's sponsor, Prize Picks. Go to prizepicks.com/CLNS. Use that promo code CLNS, and Prize Picks will match your first deposit up to $100. Prize Picks is the #1 daily fantasy sports app in North America. Pick more, pick less. That's all you do. You create a lineup of 2 to 6 players, and you simply choose more or less on the projected total that Prize Picks has. Play it. It's a lot of fun, and get yourself a $100 deposit match when you put $100 into your account. PrizePicks.com/CLNS. Promo code CLNS. This just popped up on my timeline. I want to read this real quick. I haven't even read it. Wilson is unique when it comes to free agency class because of how much money he has left on the deal. The contract was one of the worst in NFL history as the Broncos signed the quarterback to a massive extension before he ever took a snap. In their mind, locking up Wilson was the play, but it banked entirely on him being elite, which never happened. As it stands, the Broncos owe $39 million this season alone, with more cap space being eaten up in dead money down the line. Now, here's where this gets interesting. Since Wilson is being cut, there's offset language in his contract, which effectively means he can't make any less than $39 million he was owed by the Broncos. If a team signs Wilson, they pay him a salary, and anything lower than $39 million is made up for by Denver. If there were a normal process, a team would pay Wilson somewhere in the $15 to $20 million range or more, with the Broncos making up the difference at $39 million. However, this operates under the assumption that things ended on good terms, which they did not. So that is that, and it sounds like Russell Wilson could be looking to sign a veteran minimum type deal with any team that he goes to. Maybe he looks for a little bit more of a guarantee and a promise from a team to be a starting quarterback. I just want to run through a couple of tweets that came out from the Jordan Renan podcast this morning. So let me pull those up real quick. If you haven't yet, hit the thumbs up icon and remember, subscribe to the channel. I'm just going to read some quotes. Jordan Renan says, league sources expect the Giants to exploring signing a player near the top of the guard market. They're also expected to be looking pretty serious for an accomplished edge rusher to complement Kayvon Thibodeau. There is a strong possibility that Saquon Barkley walks. The door is still open for a return for veterans like Ben Bredeson or Justin Pugh. The Giants are expected to make a run at the top guard in the market, according to multiple sources. Among the primary names to monitor, Robert Hunt, Jonah Jackson, and Mike Onwenu of the Patriots. If Tyrod doesn't re-sign, the Giants appear to be looking to add depth to their QB room with Sam Darnold, Josh Dobbs, or Easton Stick, which would only further solidify they are dead serious about adding a quarterback in the first round where they own the number 6 pick. Sounds like you needed to add Russell Wilson to that list. Do we got anything else? The Giants desperately want to add an edge rusher. They're going to monitor the top of the market, i.e. Danielle Hunter, but aren't really looking to spend in that range, one source told ESPN at the Combine. Another one, he wants to get paid near the top of the safety market. The Giants don't really want to go there. It seems the Giants are a little wary about paying the top 5 safety money McKinney thinks he deserves. Jordan Renan also rattled off some names of potential edge rusher targets. AJ Epinesa, Bryce Huff, Andrew Van Ginkel, Josh Uche, and Leonard Floyd. Renan mentions that Floyd is a player the Giants have long coveted. Anything else we got here? That is about it. So that's the latest Giants news and rumors. Russell Wilson has met with the New York Giants, and maybe they can get a deal done over the next couple days. If they do, we'll be back with another video. So subscribe, turn your notifications on, hit that thumbs up icon, and let's go Big Blue.